Y ahora ya es cuando estamos en live.
Okay, go live now. Have a good one. I'll give you feedback when live.
Cuente.
Sí que se nos oye. Silencio.
You guys are live. Have a good one. Good luck.
Thank you. Faros.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Patrulla Águila Virtual display. My name is Ricardo Carrano, and I'm happy to be your speaker again during this hilarious show we're going to enjoy today. The whole team and I would like to thank everyone joining us today at the Virtual Festival of Aerobatic Teams 2016. First of all, thanks from all members of Patrulla Águila Virtual and myself for being watching us today. And we also would like to show our gratitude to the Virtual Festival of Aerobatic Teams organization who led us to be here today this afternoon. Patrulla Águila Virtual is right now about to take off from the runway on a 5-2 setup. First group is formed by Águilas 1, 2, 5, while the second one is formed by Águilas 6 and 7. Once they take off, they will join into a wedge formation and perform all the necessary checks and a smoke siphon test. This is the fourth show for the team and the last of the year, concluding with it the most active and extreme season for the team during its 7 years of living. The great dedication and continued support of Aviator on the Casa C101 for this year's world has made possible that Patrulla Águila Virtual can fly this legendary Spanish-made aircraft on this beautiful landscape. The formation has just started rolling.
Rotación. Dos. Vamos. Soltando. Tren y faros fuera. Ya.
All aircraft right now will join into a perfect wedge formation.
Soltando.
Starting the snow, the team will perform a short pattern to the runway.
Mirando izquierda. Vamos tirando. Estabilizamos. Preparados. Humos. Humos. Ya. Humo de color. Ya.
Corey up the Spanish flag of today's sky. The formation has just completed the initial traffic patterns and continues in the wedge formation.
Soltando suave. Nivelando. Vamos soltando. Venga, perfecto, chicos. Venga, muy bien la derecha ahí, ajustamos bien. Izquierda genial. Vamos soltando.
The team now will shortly change into FACA formation, whose name comes from the FACA program, which stands for Futuro Avión de Caza y Ataque in Spanish, whose objective was getting a new fighter aircraft at the Spanish Air Force during the 1980s.
Atentos, mirando izquierda. y tirando. Estabilizamos. Y atentos, cambio faca, ya.
Pos.
Venga, va muy bien, chicos.
Pause.
Tirando. Soltamos suave, preparamos. Humos, atentos, humos, ya. Soltando.
Coming by the back, the team is coming by the right to start with the first loop of today's display.
Nivelando. 4. Venga, vamos a por ello, chicos.
Let's welcome them, give them a great applause. Here they go with the loop. The team is performing the loop maneuver while on this fucking formation, a very demanding maneuver, especially for Águila 6 and 7, as they are the pilots flying at the edge. Absolutely wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. We are just warming up. Following this loop, the team will perform a low JoJo to get ready for the next maneuver.
Venga, chicos, os haré cantar, lo sabéis.
Lots of time and effort was required from these 7-bit pilots in order to be able to fly on such a close formation with less than 3 meters between planes. Águila 1, Nico, as the leader of the group, is responsible for all instructions and movements around the exhibition box. This is probably the hardest task in acrobatic flying, and much more flying within a 7-aircraft team. Anyway, Águilas have trained really hard, and this can be easily detected while the team performs its most difficult ones with high accuracy. Águilas are changing right now to an arrow formation for the next maneuver. One of the most meticulous maneuvers of the team, a complete looping, switching to the poker formation before reaching the top. Águila 6 Mirlo and Águila 7 Jo will be closing their formation when climbing up to the top of the loop. These two planes are known as the pair in the group phase and will be working very hard together to the second part of the show.
Tirando para loop. Cambio a póker, ya. Mantenemos. Pos. Venga, y el 2 muy bien.
There it goes, an absolutely wonderful looping, and that's a straight and stable pocket formation.
Dando. Mirando izquierda.
Hello, fast and pocket formation is now coming. What you hear right now is the Garrett turbofan engine, quite similar to those used by small jets like the seasonal jets on Dazzle Falcon ones. This engine is not as powerful as the engines of other similar light jet trainers, so Águilas need to know how to control the throttle very carefully to stay in safe at their formation. The engine gives names to the C101 as it stands for Casa Single Engine Plane, indicating the last 2 digits that this was the first single engine designed by Casa. The team is now leaving the exhibition box until it drops and then will execute another low JoJo, switching to another formation. This formation is the start point for many other types of formations which the teams fly. Part of it are Águilas 4 and 5, Templar and Witty respectively. These pilots are the ones who are flying just behind the leader, which are in charge of the in-flight stability of the full team in many cases.
Estabilizamos. Preparados humos. Humos. Ya. Soltando.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss any second now. Patrulla Águila Virtual will set out to perform a series of climbs and turns that will absolutely make you to hold your breath.
Atentos. Tirando para panel.
The team will return center flank formation, but now they're climbing for a little loop which will end on a left forward roll holding near 3 Ks, while the speed is close to 300 knots. They just turn left on this fantastic and well-coordinated barrel roll, while Águila 2, Jorge, one of the rookies of the team, is turning a lot of experience in a very short of time, performing so well on this second display today. For him, Águila 3, Capi, is now giving an accurate stability on the left wing. He's one of the oldies of the team. He's taking again flying as you see with outstanding performance. These thrill seekers are the most important during the roll, as they are the closest planes to the leader and usually act as leaders for the outer part of their formation. At the end of the barrel roll, the team is changing right out to the flank formation, getting ready to perform the next maneuver. On our left side, the team performing the cover maneuver. Absolutely astonishing, as it's not an ordinary one. As reaching their formation will start turning left while descending to embed their heading and get close to us again. The Cobra, and it's probably one of the hardest maneuvers the team is performing today. Enjoy it. The show is still on now. The Águilas will pass in front of us and starting at 360 to the left while climbing. And as they get final to the top, the team will change to Águila formation. This formation change is just performed by Águila 6, Mirlo, and Águila 7, Deo, showing us one of the most beautiful formations of Patrulla Águila Virtual. Let's go, Águilas.
Soltando. Suave. Humos fuera. Ya. Nivelando. 9-1. Vamos soltando. Preparados para cambio de flecha.
The first part of the show is almost complete. Getting now some space for the last loop, Águilas are switching to arrow formation as a middle step for getting then on a left turn to Mirlo formation.
Dos. Tirando.
Right now, the middle of changing to Mirlo formation in a few seconds. The name of this formation comes from the official nickname of the C-101 and not the usual Culo Pollo one the pilots use. During this change, Águila 2, 3, 6 and 7 will drop by one position, while Águilas 4 and 5 will stick just behind the leader.
Pos. Abrimos virajes. Pos. Tranquila y low, estamos encarando. Cerrando viraje. Estabilizamos.
The team will be performing a loop on this Mirlo formation and then will finish it performing the noisy and most recognized maneuver this team has, the 3-time break.
estamos. Girando para loop. Girando. Girando. Mantenemos. Reduciendo potencia.
Huge and great loop.
Para rotura 3 tiempos.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep now your eyes full open. Now look how they stop braking now, passing them with less than a few meters. And there it goes. We hope you are enjoying the show. Now the team is splitting into 3 different groups. First is the pair formed by Águila 6 and 7, which are now performing the knife crossing. Both planes will be flying at around 300 feet and cross each other really close, banking finally on a hard 90 degrees bank in front of us at the moment of the crossing. Just after this hair-bracing knife crossing comes the rumble group formed by Águilas 1, 2, 3 and 4, which first maneuver will be a 2x2 crossing where Águilas 1 and 4 will climb before the cross point to make a small pop-up. Just on the top of the maneuver, Águilas 2 and 3 have performed the same maneuver, throwing nice 4-4 with the 4 bars just in front of us. Pay attention after this wonderful pass on the right. Solo, a single plane. Águila 5 is now coming from the right to left, performing an impressive 4 negative G-turn. The Solo is a high-scale pilot that perfectly knows the limits of the plane to fly this kind of maneuvers. Pricing this kind of maneuvers proves the C-101 a great jet training and light attack plane that is already used by Chile, Honduras, Jordania and of course Spain Air Forces. The pair is coming back to create a lovely save for all of us at the VFAT sky today. This is one of the most display maneuvers all over the world, but you definitely deserve it.
Ya, unos, ya. Cerrando.
The team is now starting to roll ahead, being it a message of peace and friendship for the next new year to come to the world. So far, so good, but her heart won't be the same without a crossing arrow. Let's wait for the Águila Cupid, who is about to cross the head with it. This maneuver may seem to be easily performed, but the solo pilot must be extremely accurate when switching on and off his aircraft smoke system in order to draw the arrow at the correct place. Lovely witty. Coming by the right second, Rumbo is 1 second together and getting ready for the double twister. This double twister includes a new small reel touch performed by the real Patrulla Águila during 2016. You already expect something? Right at the top now, as you see, Águilas 2 and 3 are performing rolls over the leader track, while Águilas 4 stay embedded behind Águila 1. Wonderful.
Damos un pelito de
Estabilizamos. Os.
Gents, just keep looking at the same point. You missed the rumble. The pair is coming from that to us and is going to perform The sighting mirror maneuver, Águila 6 will fly in bed hit while Águila 7 will be following him during the whole pass. This maneuver cannot take more than 20 or 25 seconds as the fuel tank design of the C-101 only allows start time of inverted flight due to technical reasons, which are also simulated at our Aviadev model. I missed him a bit, didn't you? Here comes the solo again, my right, making a slow alarm roll from our right. This maneuver requires to know the plane and its performance in detail, as the pilot must not exceed the aircraft structural limits. The C-101 is able to fly in speeds that range from the 110 knots up to 450 knots, powered by the Garrett TFE-731, a 700 pounds turbofan engine with 3,500 pound force of thrust. The Solo will join right now the pair preparing for the next maneuver, so quick timing during entry and exits is crucial for display integrity. Coming again, the Rumbo is entering just now in the box, the little climbing on straight formation. This formation is called Pescadilla. This maneuver is called Pescadilla in Spanish, with in English. The team is now climbing almost 45 degrees over the horizon, will finally break in sequence to the left performing steady descent, followed by an accelerating loop where each Águila will try to catch up each other. Tails are playing at the nest.
Nivelando. Ya.
Don't hesitate, the Rumble will be back shortly. Now just look straight ahead and check out Águilas 5, 6 and 7 coming straight ahead into us. They will perform the Spanish break, in which all aircraft will brake at the same time, and the solo plane will start climbing up to perform the Imperial maneuver, forcing the plane to fall over its nose in a remarkable negative J turn, reaching the 0 speed. The solo is now starting to show us the great performance of the C-101 during his freestyle, being able to hold from 7 positive Gs to a 4 negative Gs performance. The culo pollo, the friendly name given by the Spanish Air Force pilots to our beloved C-101, is the perfect trainer for our pilots and has the perfect capabilities as a light attack and acrobatic aircraft.
Estabilizo. Vamos a entrar un poquito más rápido.
Automation single engine. Let's say goodbye to the solo. The crew phase is almost over now, but we still have more to show you during this final phase. To complete this part of the show, the Rumble will finally perform a bomb break.
A 20 para el loop. Vale, ahí terminamos de nivelar suave, soltando 9-4.
On this breathtaking maneuver, each aircraft on the bomb break will switch to a different direction after finishing the loop and will finally join together again. Hold your breath.
Bien, reducción de potencia. Para rotura en bomba. Águila rotura.
And there it goes. Salo is crossing all the formation without climbing smoke there. Great job, Águilas, but the show must go on. Now it's time for the team to join together again and return to the nest. We would like to thank once again the Virtual Festival of Aerobatic teams for letting us to participate on such an incredible event, and we want to wish our mates flying today best of good luck and be sure to be watching your displays as soon as we land and join together. Finally, we would like to thank Aviadev for developing this exceptional piece of software that led us to fly in such a realistic way on our sim. One of the most iconic aircraft in Spanish history, the Casa C-101.
Dame tiempos.
5 entrando.
5 para 3 segundos. 1, 2, 3, pos.
7, 10 segundos.
Vamos a dejarlo.
Venga. 260.
All 7 planes are joining on a Miller formation and waiting for the Águila 1 to others to switch to Super Miller formation. As you could already imagine, left and right planes will be dropping another position back, so they are now flying really far from the leader.
Nivelando. Preparados para cambio Super Mirlo. Ahí estamos, cambio Super Mirlo. Ya.
It's incredibly hard to keep this formation, but it's one of the most used ones during Patrulla Águila Virtual displays, so it's become basic knowledge for our pilots and rookies.
Estabilizamos. Venga, vamos ahí.
Beautiful and awesome pass. Thank you, Águilas. The team are now going back into another formation to perform the last JoJo of this display. Instead of a single formation change to this one, they will be performing 2. First one is a change to Faca formation, and then as a middle step will quickly switch to Águila formation.
Chicos. Venga, vamos tirando izquierda y tirando. Preparados para cambio faca. Estabilizamos. Cambio faca. Ya.
First step is almost completed, getting to the Faca. Let's see how Águilas perform now, changing to Águila formation right now. A lot of movement is involved here, so timing and radius openness are essential for flight accuracy. The team is now engaged on the Águila formation. Coming from the left, are going to perform one of the singular formation of Patrulla Águila, named as Plus Ultra. Águila 4 and 5 will fly embedded over 6 and 7 during this pass. It's really amazing to see this one, and it's one of the most significant historic related parts of the show, as the name of the first aircraft flying between Spain and South America was also Plus Ultra. One step at a time, 4 dauntless Spanish pilots took the Donny Doge, the whale, from Spain to Argentina on a 20-day trip, being an historical achievement for the Spanish aviation. Plus Ultra comes also from a Latin motor, which is meaning Father Pigeon, and which now is the national motor of Spain since the 16th century. The team returned already to the FACA formation, and unfortunately we are getting close to the end of this display. At this time, Patrulla Águila Virtual will change to a watch formation while the team starts decelerating, extending the speed brake, setting down the flaps, checking all, and lowering the gear in order to land. Finishing this part will be a low pass covering the sky with the wonderful Spanish flag colors. This is our particular way to thank you all for being with us this Saturday.
Nuestro pobre Juan Oscar que se ha caído 2 veces, dice la mar. Venga, chicos. Vamos a hacer una cuña bonita. Vamos soltando.
Here they come with the Nose 7 aircraft. We'll start coloring the sky soon. Thank you again all for watching.
Soltando. Preparados, flap abajo. Flap abajo. Ya. Soltando. Cambio a cuña. Ya.
Hey, you know, to the wedge formation, the full team comes here. Let's wave at them.
Atentos, humos. Ya. Girando. Tren y faros. Ya.
Witty tren.
Girando.
Ahora.
Humo de color. Ya. Atentos. Despacito. Girando derecha. Girando suave. Estabilizamos. Vamos girando. Y humos fuera. Ya.
With 21 green lights, you are clear to learn, Aguilas. The team is right now preparing final approach. This maneuver, formation landing, is probably one of the most iconic landings you can see on a real aerobatic display, and that's because it's only performed by the Patrulla Águila on real life. This is also a great complex maneuver, but our pilot's training gives us these amazing results. As the leader says, the team is coming to the nest time for landing. The team will use the poker formation, which all aircraft must be coordinating while they brake in order to avoid the failure while landing all together on such a small runway for 7 together aircraft separated with less than 3 meters. I hope you will enjoy this poker formation landing.
Pues,
Pues.
Abrimos el viraje suave. Vale, ahí 5, 6 y 7 humos. Ya.
Si no lo dice, revienta.
Es correcto.
Venga, un poquito nos metemos para adentro del viraje. Estabilizo. Soltando, reduciendo potencia. Vamos abriendo el viraje. Suave. Reduciendo. Estabilizamos ahí. Abriendo suave. Venga, es muy suave, ¿vale? Ahí estamos tirando. 5, 6 y 7. Humos fuera.
Just a few meters long, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them a great applause again.
Tirando.
It's been a real pleasure to me to be